No, I will not have a sailor in my house. I strongly object to the Navy. It brings persons of obscure birth into undue distinction, and it cuts up a man's youth and vigour most horribly.
You will not have a naval man as a tenant.
No, I will not, Shepherd, no.
Then there is but one course open to you. You must retrench.
Retrench?
Retrench?
How may I retrench? Baronet must be seen to live like a baronet. What? Journeys? London? Servants? Table? I'd as soon quit Kellynch Hall at once than remain on it on such disgraceful terms. Who is this Admiral Croft?
I met with him at the quarter sessions in Taunton. He's a native of Somersetshire who acquired quite a handsome fortune in the war and wishes to return here.
Yes, but who is he?
Moreover, I have found that Mrs. Croft is herself not unconnected in this country.
Oh? To whom is she connected?
She's the sister of a gentleman who lived among us once. What was his name?
Wentworth.
Wentworth?
That's right, Wentworth. He had the curacy of Monksford some time back. You'll remember him, I'm sure.
Oh, Wentworth the curate. You misled me, Shepherd, by the term gentleman. Wentworth the curate's nobody. Quite unconnected.
It must have been deeply distressing.
Yes.
Which young lady, pray?
One of the Musgroves, Louisa.
Oh. Farmer's daughter. Westgate Buildings? And who is this invalid you visit in Westgate Buildings?
A Mrs. Smith.
A Mrs. Smith.
A widow.
A widow, Mrs. Smith. And what is her attraction? That she's old and sickly. One day, last spring, in town, I was in company with a certain Admiral Baldwin, the most deplorable-looking personage you can imagine. His face the colour of mahogany, rough and rugged, all lines and wrinkles, 9 grey hairs along the side, nothing but a dab of powder on top. In the name of heaven, said I to Sir Basil Morley, who happened to be standing near, who is that old fellow? Old fellow, cried Sir Basil. Why, that is Admiral Baldwin, who is 40, and no more. And they're all the same.
And has been in the East Indies since. He has been stationed there, I believe, several years.
Then I take it his face has both the colour and the texture of this macaroon. Instruct the servants to be civil to Admiral Croft, Anne. If I declare, he's the best-looking sailor I ever met. Indeed, if my own man might be allowed the arranging of his hair, I should not be ashamed of being seen with him anywhere. Though I've frequently observed that one handsome face will be followed by 30 or 35 frights. Once, when I was standing in a shop in Bond Street, I counted 87 women go by, one after the other, without there being a tolerable face among them. But then, it was a frosty morning, which scarcely one woman in 1,000 can stand the test of. And as for the men, they're infinitely worse. The streets are full of scarecrows.
Mr. Elliot is hardly a scarecrow.
Mr. Elliot is not ill-looking at all. A well-looking man, yes, a very well-looking man.
Very fine young man indeed, more air than one often sees in Bath.
Your looks are greatly improved, Anne. You're less thin in your person and in your cheeks, and your complexion's fresher. What are you using? Gowland's lotion?
No, nothing.
I recommend the constant use of Gowland's during the spring months. Mrs. Clay is using it, and you see what it's done for her. It's quite carried away her freckles. A concert in the assembly room, to be given in Italian. A display of fireworks. But here is news indeed, most vital news.
Father?
The Dowager Lady Dalrymple and the Honourable Miss Carteret are arrived in Laura Place.
Our cousins.
Will they receive us, do you think?
They would not snub us, surely.
If it please God, let them not snub us. Ah.
Good morning. Good morning.
We wait this morning upon our cousins, Anne. The Dowager Lady Dalrymple and the Honourable Miss Carteret. You'll accompany us, I hope.
If you wish.
A viscountess. She is a viscountess! And family.
Family connections are always worth preserving. We shall call and be presented.
Sir Walter Elliot, late of Kellynch Hall.
Lady de Wimple's invitation is most pressing. Could you not put off this old person till tomorrow?
It is the only afternoon for some time which would at once suit her and myself.
So you would snub Lady de Wimple for Mrs. Smith lodging in Westgate Buildings? You would prefer an everyday Mrs. Smith to your own family connections among the nobility of England and Ireland. Mrs. Smith, such a name. Lady de Wimple. May I have the pleasure?
Hearts will combine in eternal union. That is the literal meaning of the word. To give the sense would not, I think, be proper.
And thus we proceed to the dining room, Admiral. The second best silver will be at your disposal, Mrs. Court. If only I'd had a son. All this might one day have been his. Be what use you can to your sister Mary.
Yes, Father.
Lady Russell will fetch you up to Bath after Christmas. I'm pleased to have you here with us, Anne.
Thank you, Father.
You'll make a fourth at dinner. That must be deemed an advantage. Upon my word, Miss Anne Elliot, you have the most extraordinary taste. Everything that revolts other people is inviting to you. Once and for all, will you or will you not accompany us to a tea party at our cousins, the De Wimples?
No, sir, I will not. I have a prior engagement with Mrs. Smith, who is not the only widow in Bath with little to live on and no surname of dignity.
Captain Wentworth, come in. Come in. What will you play, whist?
I have come on business, Sir Walter.
Business?
My proposal of marriage to your daughter, Anne, has been accepted, and I respectfully request permission to fix a date.
Anne? You want to marry Anne? Whatever for? Said I something amiss?